reason we're all here tonight. Please give a massive cheer for the director of Prometheus, the massively talented Mr. Ridley Scott, everybody.
You know, making a movie like this is really a big collaboration of a very clever crew, unit, artists, artisans, and then of course I've got a great cast, and that all comes together. I'm just a conductor, I just conduct and clap my hands.
How was it working with Ridley Scott? Did you work closely on the script writing process?
I was incredibly intimidated by Ridley. He is an idol of mine, and I kept sort of leaving my body and pinching myself that I was working with him, and I just did everything I could to not get fired.
Do you reckon you did the most running around out of anybody on set?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. And my body was a complete mess sometimes. And but you don't feel it when you're in there, you know. It's like you kind of discover cuts and bruises when you get home.
There's a lot of action that goes on in this film. How many days do you reckon you were running about on the shooting of this film?
Not that much. Robots don't run.
Robots can't run.
And I sort of made that decision early. I said to Ridley, I was like, robots don't run, do they? I mean, let's face it. So Noomi, for sure, was doing most of the running.
Now tell us about your character in the movie, David.
Okay. He's a sort of very sort of obedient sort of chap. He's basically the butler in space, kind of like a housekeeper. Keeps the ship tidy and tries to sort of look after the occupants. But, you know, he's very complicated, let's say. There might be a little bit of human personality underneath.
Why are people so excited for it? Why have people been waiting so long for it and camping out?
Well, I think a certain someone by the name of Ridley Scott
I've heard of him.
Might have something to do with it. And I think we are all just lucky to be on the ride with him.
Have you seen the finished film, though?
Yeah.
How did it make you feel?
It's amazing. I mean, I knew what was going to happen, and I read the script, and I was a part of this thing, and I had about 4 moments where I hit my elbow so hard into the metal chair that I had a giant bruise.
Ridley's very inspiring. He's very open to the actors and the crew and the you know, the technicians that he's working with. He's just as eager to find out what everyone else has to bring and offer as he is to impart his knowledge as well. So you feel just as important to him as he is to you when you're working with him.
The sets of the film were absolutely vast. I mean, they were massive. How daunting was that to kind of walk into work one day and see that?
Well, I think we all used it. You know, I mean, we were all supposed to be there with a sense of awe in character, so we just reacted, and they got it on camera.
Have you seen the film yet?
I have.
And what did you think?
I think it's an epic, really
Absolutely
stunning movie.